Welcome back, my friends, and for anybody new, hello, my name is Meg. I am lactose intolerant, I am gluten intolerant, and I eat on a phase 3 low FODMAP diet. What does that mean? It means that I know what FODMAPs bother my body so that I can limit them or avoid them and enjoy the ones that don't seem to bother me. It is beautiful outside today. It's actually starting to warm up, which is making me crave fresh fruits and vegetables more and barbecue. And I was kind of keeping that in mind when I was trying to figure out what to have today. And when I was scrolling through trying to find inspiration for breakfast, I found a recipe that just called out to me. So let's jump in and I'll show you guys what is for breakfast today.
For breakfast, I made scrambled eggs with tomatoes and scallions. I think it's also called Columbian scrambled eggs. Simple ingredients: scallions from the garden, tomato, avocado, eggs, a gluten-free English muffin that I made a few days prior, and some farm-fresh strawberries from out in my garden. I just chopped up the ingredients. Then I threw the tomatoes and the scallions into my cast iron with a little bit of oil, salt, pepper, and then added in the seasoned eggs and scrambled it up. Served it with about 20 grams of avocado, a little bit of fresh scallions on top, and that toasted English muffin with a couple strawberries on the side.
There is my breakfast. That is so pretty. So pretty, and I'm very excited about it. Tomatoes and eggs are one of those things on my top list, and I missed having tomatoes so much. I'm so excited they're back in my life, so I'm desperately trying to eat them any way I can. And I bet you this is going to be delicious. So let's go ahead. There is the bite. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. It's seasoned perfectly on top of it all. Oh my gosh, this is exactly what I was wanting for breakfast. And then I've got my little English muffin on the side, my gluten-free English muffin that I made with the avocado for that extra super amount of creaminess. This is going to be a very satisfying breakfast. Oh, I'm so excited to have this. So I'm going to do exactly that. I'm going to go enjoy my breakfast with my cup of coffee, and I will see you guys back at lunchtime. Welcome back to lunchtime. Today for lunch, I want something quick, fresh, light, and delicious. And I think I might have found something that will check off each and every single one of those boxes. So let me show you guys what I'm having for lunch.
I'm having Vietnamese spring rolls. I've also heard them called summer rolls before, or fresh spring rolls. And then I had a little sweet and sour spicy dipping sauce on the side. Here are all the ingredients that I'm using for this. I have vegetables. Tofu is the protein, and instead of using cellophane noodles, I'm actually using these forbidden rice noodles from Lotus Foods that I just happen to have on hand. Let's start in with the sweet and sour spicy dipping sauce first. I added soy sauce, red wine vinegar. It asked for rice wine. This is what I had. Some sambal, but to go fully low FODMAP, do a teaspoon of sriracha instead of a teaspoon of the sambal. Toasted sesame oil and a little bit of maple syrup. Topped it with a bit of sesame seeds and mixed it all up. I prepared the rest of the ingredients, the cabbage, the lettuce, the carrots, chopped up the nuts and a little bit of tofu into strips. Laid out that plus the noodles that I cooked so that it would be easy assembly for the rolls. If you've never used these rice papers before, basically you just want to put it in water for a few seconds on each side, and then it gets a little bit more malleable. And then you can lay it out, add all of your vegetables or your filling. Be sure to salt and pepper. I added a little bit of the noodles as well. And then you want to roll it up as tightly as you can, like you would a burrito. And if you organize it just right inside, you can see like little peaks of what is on the inside, and it looks really beautiful like this.
And there is the final product. This sauce smells delicious. I'm kind of excited to try it because I've always used the peanut buttery based sauce in the past, and it's not my favorite. I chopped one in half, and we're gonna dunk it in the sauce. And there we go, there's the bite. Let's give this a try. Number one, do not forget to season the inside of your roll. That would be a big mistake. Number two, that sauce is amazing. Number three, this is absolutely as refreshing as I was hoping it would be. I haven't had one of these Vietnamese spring rolls in a while. Man, they're really, really good. They're really good. I might be hooked on them again. I used to be. And oh man, it's so much freshness and flavor in just such a little compact, thing, like a little roll, and it's so pretty too. And this dipping sauce, by the way, that I made, that would be like really good with like gyoza or dumplings. So that one is definitely one I'll be making again. So I'm gonna go and enjoy my lunch.
Dinner time came around and I made these cilantro Southwestern pork ribs with a fresh tomatillo salsa. On the side, an elote Mexican street corn inspired corn on the cob dish. The original recipe called for a pork roast, and I had these country pork ribs, so I used them instead. Added a couple teaspoons of my homemade low Fodmap taco seasoning to all of the sides, plus a good helping of salt. Then in a cast iron, I seared each one of the pieces on all of the sides. Because the original recipe asked for a pork roast, I didn't know if these ribs would burn, so I added about a half of a cup of chicken stock to my Instant Pot made from bouillon before I added the actual pork ribs into it. And although this is my Instant Pot, I'm using the slow cooker setting on high for 4 hours. For the elote corn sauce, I'm using a little bit of my lactose-free Greek yogurt and lemon. I would have preferred lime, but I didn't have any. About a tablespoon of the lemon juice, though, and a little bit of salt and pepper as well before I mixed it up. I set that aside, and then it was time to make the tomatillo salsa. If you've never had tomatillos before, I love them, but you just want to peel the paper back and then just pull it away from the actual fruit. Be sure to wash them. They're a little bit sticky. And then you just chop it up like you would a tomato. That's the best comparison I can make for it. But they're a little bit sweeter than a little bit more sweet sour tart. I don't know how to describe it. I love tomatillos. If you've never had any, try them. But then I just chopped up a little bit of a jalapeno, small amount of green onions, about a teaspoon of the jalapeno, a tablespoon of the red onions, and a dash of cilantro. Added a little bit more of the lemon juice and some salt on the top before stirring it all up. When the pork was done, I pulled out the actual ribs and sliced it up into pieces before returning it to the pan with a handful of chopped up cilantro and mixed it all up to get a nice good coating of that sauce on the pork. I was amazed actually at how beautiful it looked. Like, I wasn't expecting it to look this beautiful. But while that was marinating, I went out and threw the corn on the cob on the grill and then took a little chunk of it, loaded it with that yogurt elote-ish sauce that I made with a little bit of smoked paprika and some more chopped cilantro over the top. Gave myself a good serving of the pork and then topped it with the beautiful tomatillo salsa. There is the final product for dinner. I'm pretty excited to try this. I kind of just found some recipes, threw them together, thought that sounded good, so let's give it a go. I'll try with the elote or Mexican street corn inspired dish first. Not exactly Mexican street corn, but still very delightful. The creaminess, the saltiness, all of it. It's very good together. There is the pork recipe inspired from a shredded pork recipe. Changed a lot to make it low FODMAP friendly. Let's give it a go. That is really good. I love fresh tomatillos. That tomatillo salsa, the Salsa Verde,
is delicious on the pork. I'm gonna go ahead and try the pork by itself though, just to see how that is. That's delicious. This is delicious. Holy smokes. I'm really excited about this. This, if I went out and I got this, I would be completely content. That is amazing and fresh and yummy, and I'm going to go enjoy it. But that will be it for me for today. I hope you found some inspiration in the recipes that I made, and always remember to do your due diligence, because what I eat may not be what you eat. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this, consider subscribing, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.